Hello and welcome. It's Mitchell here, also known as Biohatchet. Um, sorry I went so long without doing any Ratchet and Clank. Um, and actually, just a few minutes ago, I was actually looking at my Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I was like, wonder which one I should do. Well, then I went back and I looked at the videos, and I was like, well, I should probably do Ratchet and Clank because of the fact that I only did like almost it was like an 18-minute video, the last one on this one. So, and I started to remember. I was like, wait a minute, I did promise them that the next time it would be longer. So there we go. We're going to continue some more Ratchet and Clank 2016 on PS5.
Alaris, come in. We've got the hollow guys.
Nice. Head back to your ship. I'm just putting the final touches on our assault plan. I'll brief you when you're there.
Qualified for the next cup race. Oh dear. More of them.
Volunteer detected in Fluffy Bunny Room. Prepare to play with adorable bunny rabbits.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Correction. The Fluffy Bunny Room has been relocated to Sector 12, initiating death and dismemberment protocol.
Of course.
Okay, so give me just a second. For some reason, I mean, because since this one's not this is not one of them that is capable of the 3D audio. It sort of sounds like complete dog crap with 3D audio. So, it's sort of one of those things. It's like, oh, man. Yes, you know that. That sounds better. Yeah, so, unless the game actually specifies that it uses 3D audio, I probably would suggest keeping 3D audio on because there's a lot of scenes and
Oh boy.
like there's almost nothing legitimately using the 3D audio. I mean, it is good if it, is one of those things that's like, oh yeah, we made it to work with 3D audio. It doesn't sound that bad, right? Well, here's the problem with it. It still doesn't sound as good with the 3D audio on, even on stuff that does accept 3D audio. It still isn't. Still doesn't sound that great, to be honest. However, the sound does suck on it, but it does do what it says it's supposed to do. So, like if you are playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on PS5, for instance, if you're shooting the gun on the left side, it's going to sound like it's on the left side. If you shoot on the right side, it's going to sound like it's on the right side, okay? But the thing is you do sacrifice actual quality for that, though. Now, what I mean by quality is like, accuracy. So, the sound that would normally sound more accurate does not sound as accurate now because it just sounds like it's, oh, what would be the best way to explain it? It's not, I don't think it's more like if you're in a bathroom. It's more hmm, like if you're in a box and then you like shoot explosives or something. Well, not exactly explosives, but like on this game, for instance, when I was shooting the rockets, it was just like a deep like, but it didn't sound right at all. Like it just sounded. It's almost it gives you almost a muddy sort of sound, and it's just, it just doesn't sound right at all. I mean, hearing it, it sounds so bad. Um, but like on certain games like Grand Theft Auto 5, it does work better. Sounds slightly better-ish, but it still sounds like crap. So, to be honest, I don't understand why Sony was like, hey, let's make it default, knowing that not everything is going to accept it. You know? It's like one of those things, right? It's like, hang on a second, why would it, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, why would it, you know, if you can't use it on everything, why would you have it as default anyway? Right? I mean, is there a point to it? I mean, because here's the thing. If it only works on certain games or certain movies or shows, which I don't think any of them do, but, you know, let's just stick with the games for now. If it only works on specific games, why would you have it as the default? I mean, because it's gonna sound way worse if the game doesn't accept it, so, I mean, you know? So, yeah, it's sort of, you know, it does not sound good. It really doesn't. I think that, to be completely honest, I mean, it even screws up with some headsets, because, like, for instance, my Razer Blackshark V2, I think has better directional audio without the 3D than when it does with it. Now, the funny thing about that is, I mean, isn't that the whole point of 3D? Right? I mean,
That doesn't sound so bad.
but here's the thing, okay? So, when I say it has better directional audio, is, you know, when you think stereo, you think two speakers, and you think you're supposed to hear, like, in the middle. Well, that's kind of how it is. But then if you change it to the 3D audio, it sort of goes to the right side, and then when something happens on the left side, then you start hearing it on the left side. So it's like it makes the right side more pronounced, and then the left side not as pronounced until something happens on the left side. So it's like, but without it, like, you turn it off, it ain't that way, you know. And so, like with the Razer Blackshark V2, it's, you know, without it on, it's fixed. It's like, oh, okay, everything sounds like where it's supposed to be. But with it on, it does and doesn't. So it does, like if I shoot a gun on Grand Theft Auto 5, for instance, if I'm shooting it sort of on the left side, that's where it sounds like it's coming from. If I shoot it on the right side, well, that's sort of where it's coming from. But if the vehicle itself is on the left side, it still sounds like it's on the right side. So certain things, it's almost like it doesn't even, you know, register, right? So it's like, if you take certain things like that, and it's like, okay, well, it says it's capable of 3D audio, and I'm not kidding. Like, here's what the back of the actual case legitimately says about 3D audio, and I'm not even joking. I'll read it to you exactly how it says. So it says, Tempest 3D audio. Hear the sounds of Los Santos and Blaine County with pinpoint precision for deeper immersion. Well, that's only true to a point. Because like I said, I mean, you know, the vehicle itself could be sort of on the left side-ish, and it still sounds like it's on the right side. Like, hang on a second, why? I mean, and just to think of it this way, that is a game that does do 3D audio. And it is made for, the way they set up the audio for that one, it is specifically for the 3D audio on a PS5. So you're telling me something that's that specific for it still don't work very well? I mean, obviously. Because if I take and turn that 3D audio off, the vehicle magically gets fixed. It's like it sounds like it where it's supposed to be, right? So it's like, okay. But I thought, you know, I don't understand. I don't. It doesn't make sense. It's like, you know, this is supposed to be 3D audio. It makes the sound worse. And then on top of that, it even when something is supposed to take advantage of it, it sounds slightly better, but it still sounds pretty bad considering that pinpoint accuracy. Bullcrap. Ain't no pinpoint about that. You can't pinpoint that vehicle, obviously. I mean, if it's slightly on the left side and it's still sounding on the right side, I mean, how's that pinpoint? I'm just curious. But to me, that is way off. So, it's like they have certain sounds that are meant to work with it, and other sounds just don't. And that's on a game that actually says that it, is made for that audio. So, I mean, imagine how it would sound on a game that don't have it. I mean, if it wasn't, if the audio is not even fixed up for that, I mean, like if it's that bad without it, because you can have it turned on and the game itself doesn't have it at all, so it's like, snap. So yeah, it doesn't sound that great, to be completely honest. I'm not too big on the 3D audio, and I don't see why they have it at default. Because 9 times out of 10, it makes it sound worse. And if you play a game like this, I mean, the fact that it's even worse, I mean, that's just wild, how bad it is. But they, for some reason, have it as default, like somehow that makes sense. Like, bro, why would you even put that as default? Please answer us on that one, like, why? Because it's honestly not that good. I'm not too big on the 3D audio at all. And the whole thing that when they say, oh, it makes it more immersive, nope. Makes it sound like crap, muffled. Yeah, that's what it was. That's the word, muffled. It just sounds like it's muffled real bad. Like, bro, are you kidding me right now? Like, oh, this is supposed to be such great sound, but yet to me it sounds straight up muffled, like big time. And that's just sad because it's like, you guys are wanting it to work. Not gonna work if it keeps sounding muffled, and I know I'm not the only one out there that's out here like, dude, this is way worse. Why would you have it at default? Why would you default it on? Right? I mean, it doesn't make sense. It's like, how can you take something that's worse and just default it on? Like, oh, okay. Wouldn't that be like taking, a game and let's say it's got the 30 FPS and the 60 FPS, but it runs smooth on a 30 FPS and runs like complete dog crap on a 60 FPS. Oh, let's make the 60 FPS the default though, right? Because that makes sense. So it's kind of like that, basically. It's like, oh, okay, so it runs smooth on this, runs like crap on that, but let's use that one as the default. Well, that's kind of how this is. It sounds good without the 3D audio, but with it on, it just ruins it. I don't know, it just ruins the sound. And besides, even the freaking 3D Pulse wireless headset has better 3D positional audio than without the actual 3D turned on than what it does with it on. Okay? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to explain this to you real quick, okay? So, on the PS5, you can, when you have the 3D Pulse wireless, you can hit the, PlayStation button. And why is my controller almost dead already? But anyways, when you hit the PlayStation button, you can go to where it says sound real quick, and then it pops up as output device and EQ presets. Okay, right now I have it on standard because it sounds the best to me. Well, when you go to shooter, some of the other stuff sounds still the same audio as standard, but then the other crap is just like cranked up. Well, here's the thing. When you put it on shooter, yeah, you can hear the footsteps better. But if you turn on the 3D audio, though, you hear them even less than what you did before. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is if you have it on standard and you can't hardly hear them, and then you put it on shooter and it's like, oh, heck yeah, I can hear it. Okay. Well, let's put it this way. You turn on the 3D audio with shooter on, and it sounds, it's not even as loud as the freaking standard preset when it comes to the footsteps. It's like, dude, I can't hear nobody creeping up on me. It ain't happening, Captain. Nope. So, it's kind of one of those things that's like, it does ruin the audio. Sony, please, if you see this video, please, for the love of God, just take 3D audio off of the PlayStation 5, like for real. Either that or just make sure it's not turned on by default. And, just tell everybody about it whenever they first turn their system on. Be like, hey, there's this if you want to turn it on, but if not, hey, your choice. Because not a lot of people are going to be like, no, I need to go into the sound settings and turn this 3D audio off, because, half of them probably don't even know about it. They just plug it in and just play. They don't realize they could get better sound by turning freaking 3D audio off. But no, my thing is like, okay, so what I mean by it's so much worse is, so let's put it this way. If I turn shooter preset on, I can hear people creep up on me from like 10, 20 feet away, right? Now, I mean, you can, like, okay, so I tested it out on a game. I was going up and down the stairs, okay? And when I would go up and down the stairs, I could hear myself, like walking up and down the stairs. It was decently loud. I was like, okay, yeah, I'd be able to hear somebody creeping up on me. Now, when I turned the 3D audio on, that's the only thing I did. Never changed anything else. Just the 3D audio. I just turned it on. That was it. And the footsteps were so quiet. It's like, dude, I think I heard a mouse over there. Bro, was that a mouse? Did I hear a mouse over here? I'm like, dude, imagine if I had it on a standard preset at that point, right? I mean, it wouldn't even be as loud as a mouse. So, 3D audio was not that great. I mean, what it does is awesome, because it gives you better, if it would work the way it says it's supposed to work, then yeah, it would be pretty decent. But at the same time, like, it does and it doesn't. Like I said, I mean, even a game that is made for that, it's still out of whack. And it still sounds like garbage. And the reason why I say it sounds like garbage is because it sounds way, way more muffled. And then another thing that it does, if you're the type of person that is more, I'd like to have better, more accurate audio, don't use it, period, because it adds so much more bass and stuff to it. It's like, I mean, it does add like bass to it, but it adds like the muffled bass to it, because it's like, you can feel it more. But then you start hearing everything, like gun shoot, explosions, this, that, the other. It just sounds so muffled. Like, bro, I could plug my headset into a phone and it still sounds better without the 3D audio. So, I mean, it's just sad. Like, why would you default something like that on? It's worse. I mean, like I said, when it works, but even then, it still doesn't work 100%, and it still sounds like crap. So, if you want better, more accurate audio, don't use it. Your headset by itself probably sounds better without it. And that's a fact. Like, I ain't even kidding. Okay, give me a second. I gotta turn the fan on real quick. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Them freaking turds!
You hide, sticky heels. Mr. Zircon only.
Oh dear. More of them.
Mr. Zircon to give you your first lesson. You are not dead yet. Mr. Zircon intends to rectify this. Mr. Zircon cannot be destroyed. Flee and tell your friends Mr. Zircon is here to meet death. You are a disease, and Mr. Zircon is the cure.
Okay.
Volunteer detected in Fluffy Bunny Room. Prepare to play with adorable bunny rabbits.
Huh. That doesn't sound so bad.
Correction. The Fluffy Bunny Room has been relocated to Sector 12. Initiating death and dismemberment protocol.
Of course.
Mr. Zircon is looking to kill you.
Enemies down.
Zircon has returned.
Oh boy. Out of ammo.
Test complete. Thank you for participating in the Gadgetron weapon test. Your 10% off coupon will be mailed to your home address within 5.
I don't believe it! Ratchet and Clank here at Gadgetron! The name's Wendell Lumos. I'm the CEO of this fine company.
Huge fan of your weapons, Mr. Loomis. Listen, Clank and I are on a mission to save the galaxy, and we need one of your hollow guyses.
I'm afraid we're out of that product. Those darn Blarg have been raiding our stockpiles. Minor security issue, certainly nothing to make public. We still have the prototype, but it's now a prize in our hoverboard competition.
Are you still accepting new competitors?
Of course, but as you can see, we're having a little bit of a flood problem. The Blarg bombed our dam this morning. I don't suppose you have a hydro displacer, do you? Good news! I have just been notified that our security drones have cleared the hoverboard course. This means we're ready, set, go! mercy! Don't forget, the winner gets our most valuable product, a prototype holo guide. Ratchet is now in last place. Now we want you to win.
I'm not going back to being a barista.
I can't let my sponsors down.
Man, you got a lot of raritanium. Come see me and let's do some...
Look at that trick! Oh, kids these days.
What is this? Your
Ratchet shoots forward. This Lombax is fast. Ooh, Ratchet moves into second place. Ratchet, I'd really like to give you this holo, guys, but you gotta win first. Wow! Ratchet pulls the trick, and ooh, Ratchet moves into second place. Ratchet boosts himself ahead. Ratchet Ratchet wins! You did it! Oh, congratulations! Here's your holo, guys. Do me a favor. When you use it, post your thoughts on the social medias. The kids love their social medias. Hashtag Gadgetron.
And there's how it's done.
Hey, you want a glove of doom? You got the cash, I got the goods.
I'll give you a good deal on that one. Oh, nice! Make that glove of doom live up to its name!
All right, Rangers. I think I have a plan for how to take down the Deplanetizer once and for all. By energizing the Hollow Guys Ratchet and Clank acquired from Gadgetron, they'll actually be able to become Captain Quark for a short period of time. While in disguise, they should be able to get past the Deplanetizer's primary shields.
Greetings, citizen. I'm just here to use your weight room.
You're clear, Captain.
From there, they'll need to access the Deplanetizer's Starcracker room. The Deplanetizer uses a gravity stabilizer to position itself over its target. By extracting the stabilizer, the Deplanetizer will drift off from its target and become vulnerable to our attack. Once Ratchet and Clank give the word, we'll activate our new mag boosters, flip the Deplanetizer, and save the galaxy!
Copy that, Alaris. We're on our way.
I'll punch in our new flight coordinates.
Hey, what's up, DNF? Well, thank you. Sorry you can't see the screen right now. It's doing a cutscene, part of it. Because it's part of the movie, is why you can't actually see it, so it kind of sucks, but, you know.
Better try out the Hollow Guys.
Jawline lacking. Hello, Captain Quark. You look very heroic today.
Attention, Deplanetizer staff. If you see any intruders, please hit the Kill Intruders button. It's the big red one that looks like all the other buttons. We have to plan better with the next Deplanetizer.
Prepare for disintegration.
Sanitation field activated. Jawline chisel. Abs detected.
You're looking smashing today.
Captain Quark identified.
Hello, Captain Quark. You look very heroic today.
I'm on an urgent mission from Chairman Drek.
Greetings.
Detected.
Sanitation field active. Jawline lacking. Bulging pectorals detected.
Does blowing up planets make anyone else hungry?
Greetings.
Hello, Captain Quark. You look very heroic today.
Ranger detected.
Okay, so if they want me to do this, and I can't jump over the lasers, how the heck do I get the
Lack of
lasers?
muscles detect. Identification successful. Welcome, Captain.
Please, no autographs.
Howdy.
Stop them before they activate this.
See, that's just wild. So, if they want me to get past the lasers, and I can't jump,
Upper bulging
and I
pectorals
can't
detected.
alert any of them, how do I get past them then?
Greetings.
How is it going?
I mean, there has to be a way to shut them off, right? I mean,
Bulging pectorals detected.
I don't think I could just walk right through them. I mean, I could try, but I don't think I can. I mean, we'll see. I don't think I can actually walk through them, but hey, I'll try.
Greetings, Warbot.
How is it going?
Well, that's obviously not working, huh? Okay, so
We have been detected.
I mean, look at that. Like, you can't do nothing
Walk
against
right in when
that.
you want to upgrade a weapon. I'm ready.
Chiseled abs detected.
It's so much more fun on the dark side, am I right?
How is it going?
Hello, Captain Quark. You look very heroic today.
It's so much more fun on the dark side, am I right?
What up, dog?
Sanitation identification successful.
Bro, it doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter if you're in a hallway or nothing. It's still friggin' hits you. Look, I don't understand that. Like, what am I supposed to do here?
Upper body chiseled abs detected.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Bulging pectorals detected.
Greetings.
How is it going?
He's down.
Ratchet identified.
We have been detected.
Black chiseled abs detected. Chiseled abs detected.
You're looking smashing today.
What is up, Captain? Ratchet identified.
We have been
Sanitation identification successful. Welcome, Captain.
Does blowing up planets make anyone else hungry?
Hello, Captain.
Hello, Captain Quark. You look very heroic today. Quark, you look very heroic today. Bulging pectorals detected. Sanitation field activated.
Okay, so what do I do then? I mean, this game.
Identification successful. Welcome, Captain. Bulging pectorals detected.
I'm on an urgent mission from Chairman Drek.
What is up, Captain?
Stop them before they activate.
Sanitation field activated. Lack of muscles detected. Hello, Captain Quark. You look very heroic today. Hello, Captain Quark. You look very heroic today.
Hail Chairman Drek.
Hello, Captain.
We have been detected.
Okay.
Details are still scarce, but experts believe it may have something. Planetary conjunction set to take place in just a few hours. While this certainly seems to ask as that girl has been planning for your entire life, President Biden...
Chiseled abs detected.
Hey? Please, no autographs.
No.
door is locked. We should find another way through.
You look very heroic today.
Stop them before they activate the sanitation. Robots coming our way. Oh boy, out of it. Ammo. That's the last of them.
Yeah, I finally figured out where I was messing up at.
I mean, not really. That's just a figure of speech.
Apparently just had a brain fart, I guess.
Chiseled abs detected.
Stop them, Ratchet. Be careful. More warbots are approaching. Robots are down. Come on, we better keep moving.
Hello, Captain Quark. You look very heroic today. Sanitation field activated. Upper body inadequate. Hello, Captain Quark. You look very heroic today.
Hey, fellas. Awesome day for a planet smashing, am I right?
No.
Mission successful. Welcome, Captain.
Stop.
Sanitation field. Hello, Captain Quark. You look very heroic today. Sanitation. Hello, Captain Quark. You look very heroic today.
Looks like ammo full.
Hello, Captain Quark. You look very heroic today.
They're onto us. We must stop them from activating the sanitation field. Ratchet, behind you. Be careful. More warbots are approaching. That trespasser terminal should reveal the location of the gravity stabilizer. Got it. Looks like the gravity stabilizer is inside the ship's core.
Warning, unauthorized hologuise use detected.
Uh-oh. Looks like the hollow guys won't fool them anymore.
Enjoy your new sheepinator! But don't point it at yourself.
Terminate alarm back.
Alaris, we're headed to the gravity stabilizer now.
Be careful, guys, and good luck.
Attention all personnel. Please note that we are now on a communications blackout until we have completed deplanetization. No calls, text, or holomessages until further notice.
Eyes down.
Be careful. More warbots are approaching.
Ouch! That one hurt.
Zircon does not come in peace. Mr. Zircon delivers a symphony of pain. Mr. Zircon will punch you in the face with bullets.
I detect more Blarg in the area. Enemies clear. Well done.
Oh boy, out of ammo. now. Let's get him, pal. Enemy down.
Mr. Zerg must be eliminated. Mr. Zircon is... Destroy target.
Enemy down. Oh boy, out of ammo. Hey. Huh? Can't give up now. Let's get him, pal.
Destroy target. Mr. Zircon is... Mr. Zircon still hears hearts beating. Mr. Zircon is here to kill. Mr. Zircon does not come in peace. Annihilate. Do you remember Mr. Zircon? Do you know how to be killed? Allow Mr. Zircon to give you your first lesson. You are not dead yet. Mr. Zircon intends to recognize.
Attention all personnel. A memorial for Victor von Ion has been set up in the Deck 7 utility closet. Come and pay your respects to a fallen member of the team. 5 volts at the door.
Need some nanotech. Out of ammo.
Guys, you head for the gravity stabilizer. We'll get into position out here.
Be careful in there, you two.
Yeah, do your best not to die.
Thanks for the encouragement, Brax.
Something for you. Boom! That's how it's done. That's one of our best sellers.
Rangers, come in. We're inside the core and heading down to the gravity stabilizer's location. We should have it disabled soon.
Copy that, Ratchet. The mag boosters are ready and we're in position. Just let us know when.
You got it.
Get ready for a super awesome hero attack. Okay, let's make it have a Groovatron on me.
You have to stop. Dr. Nefarious is trying to destroy the system.
I'm done talking to you. You ruined my life. See? That's how a real hero does battle.
Oh, gotta hit that Groovatron.
Like I didn't even feel it.
Look at yourself. You're working with the biggest villains in the galaxy.
I'm in too deep now. I just have to destroy you and get through this so the people of Solana can love me again. Say hello to my little friend, the Warmonger. Agents of Doom, attack! I let you have that one for drama.
Allow them to jerk on
After I destroy you, I'll help everyone find new homes, better homes, and I'll be a hero again.
The galaxy isn't gonna reward that kind of stupidity.
Um. Uh-oh.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I have a dwarf star to destroy!
Alaris, we've got a problem. Nefarious has lost it. He's gonna destroy the star.
stay in shadow, but I have a dwarf star to destroy!
Dolores, we've got a problem. Nefarious has lost it. He's gonna destroy the star.
Ratchet, you have to stop him. If that star explodes, Umbrus will go with it. And then us.
You can't catch me! You should have seen the look on Drex's face. I played that fool like a Novalian piano, then turned him into a sheep! Give up, Slobsacks! You can't win. Stop chasing me! Why don't you just die? What's your hurry? I thought you wanted to be a hero. I can end your pathetic lives and still have plenty of time to evacuate the station. I'll have a perfect view of the destruction! Beautiful, isn't it? Artificial supernovas. I had the idea while I was rotting in jail. What better way to exact revenge on the Galactic Rangers than to destroy the entire system on their watch? Have you seen my proton splitter? Yes? Allow me to give you a personal demonstration. Losing. You? I cannot be defeated! You think? There's no reason but... Let's make this interesting.
Mr.
Gonna take more
Zurkon
than a
is
few
here to
fusion
kill.
grenades to Beautiful, isn't it? Artificial supernovas. I had the idea while I was rotting in jail. What better way to exact revenge on the Galactic Rangers? Destroy the entire system on their watch! Oh, this isn't possible. I can't be losing to you. And you thought you were winning. Now, the real fight begins. That better not happen again. Let's make this interesting.
Mr. Zurkon gives you a concerto of suffering.
Let's see how you like this. Annihilated! Have you seen my proton splitter yet? Allow me to give you a personal demonstration. You should have seen the look on Drip's face when I turned him into a sheep. That moron, I'm gonna carve you in two. So many people are about to die, it's not even funny. Well, maybe it is funny.
Oh boy, out of ammo.
Mr.
bricks faulty. Maybe we need to recalibrate the propulsion system.
Mr. Zurkon is here to kill.
Got it. You don't need this, do you?
Flee before Mr. Zurkon. Ha ha ha! Mr. Zurkon's prisoner now. Flee and tell your friends Mr. Zurkon is here to make dinner.
Take a little longer. Get ready!
Mr. Zurkon is here.
Beautiful, isn't it? Artificial supernovas. I had the idea when I was rotting in jail. What better way to sacrament from the galactic race? Destroy the entire system on their watch. Oh, this isn't possible. I can't be losing to you. I cannot be defeated! Should have debugged this before using it. There! Back in business. Let's make it interesting. Entire system will be destroyed under your watch. Have you seen my proton splitter yet? Allow me to give you a personal demonstration. I've been waiting for this day for years.
Oh boy.
I'm carve you into. I wonder what they'll say about the galactic races when they let an entire system get destroyed.
Destroy target.
Look a little window. Beautiful. Isn't it? Artificial supernovas. I had the idea while I was rotting in jail. What better way to exact revenge on the galactic racers? Destroy the entire system on their watch. Have you seen my proton splitter yet? Allow me to give you a personal demonstration. Prepare to be annihilated! should have debugged this before using it. There. That better not happen again. You don't need kids, do you?
Mission complete. Ranger.
Beautiful, isn't it? Artificial supernova.
You know, I got a question. If this game is made for kids, why is it so hard? I mean, I don't understand that at all. It doesn't make sense.
I had the idea while I was running in jail. What better way to attack revenge on the Galactic Rangers? Destroy the entire system on their watch! Oh, this isn't possible. I can't be losing to you. I cannot be defeated! This is all graceful. I need to celebrate the proposal. There! Back in business. Let's make this interesting. The Galactic Rangers are about to become the laughing stock of the galaxy.
Berserker is
Allow me to give you a personal demonstration. A warmonger? You can't be serious. I'm gonna carve you in two. Have my vengeance.
Berserker.
Recharge.
Disease, and Mr. Zircon is the cure.
Hey, what's up, Kyle Crane? Oh, nice. Okay. So basically, the best way to see the end of that um, is to just get the movie because I mean, either get the game or the movie, but maybe maybe the fact that if you do watch all of the videos that I've done on this one, um, I don't know. Maybe you decide, hey, look, maybe I should try to go out and try to get this game, to see the end of it, or I mean, because it's nothing, you know. Honestly, it's kind of confusing, right? And I'll explain to you why I say that. Okay, so it's confusing because here's the thing: like you basically blow that guy up and basically kill him, right? It shows nothing after that like that's it right there. Like, I mean, because the rest of it after that just doesn't have, I mean, they just basically jump out of there, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's like, oh man, it's like after you destroy that guy, they basically just jump out of there, and then they show you a little bit more of, basically what happened after that, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't think Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart starts where this one leaves off, like at all. I don't think. Um, but I am going to plug in Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart most likely and start streaming that one because that one you can watch the whole thing. But I may end up doing that one in the 30 FPS fidelity mode. I mean, because it is the default for one, and for two. Besides the fact that it's the default, I've been kind of, I don't know, I've never really played that one in the default fidelity mode. I mean, I've played a little bit of it, but not enough to where it's like, holy crap, like, check this out. You know what I mean? It's not like I've played enough of that one in that particular mode to where it's like, you know, to make you kind of go, wow. You know what I mean? And if it's anything like how Grand Theft Auto 5 is on PS5, then it's going to make a bit of a difference. Because here's the thing, okay? Now, if you want like the next gen feel to a game, especially on like PS5 or Series X, you have to play in the fidelity mode. You have to. That is how you get the next gen experience. Okay? Now, if you don't, and you do like the 60 FPS performance or performance RT modes, well, you're not getting the next gen experience. You're getting the last gen experience, sort of like a PC version wise. Okay? Now, what I mean by that is, okay, so if I were to basically get another PC, which I really, you know, I mean, it caused my freaking carpal tunnel to begin with, so yeah, like I really want to go back to PC. Come on now. So anyways though, the thing about it is though, is when I did have the PC that I had, I could do pretty much high settings, you know, 1080p, 60 FPS, pretty much on almost all games, almost. And here's the thing, okay? It's basically doing performance RT or performance is sort of like doing that, okay? But with slightly worse performance, because here's the thing. So the reason why I say that is because, well, here's the thing, okay? So when I was on PC, even though I had high settings, it was still sort of almost a solid 60. You know, if I was trying to do 60, it'd be almost basically a solid 60. It would only lose like one frame. But even on next gen, there is a possibility that it can lose more than just 1 or 2 frames, so it can drop quite a bit. Now I'm not saying, you know, that games didn't do that on PC, because they did, but either way you look at it though, what I'm basically saying is, if you want like the last gen PC experience, go with either performance or performance RT. But if you want the actual next gen experience, go with the fidelity. Because that's going to give you the best next gen experience, because of the fact that the way they do it is it's almost like a whole entirely different look. It's so confusing because it's so hard to explain. And I mean, it just seems like, you know, just the way they have it is just like, wow, you know? Like, it's different. I mean, you could see a difference between, you know, performance RT versus like fidelity. Like performance and performance RT, they're basically the same thing, but performance RT just has like ray tracing set at like low or medium settings. Probably low, to be honest, because um, if you look at like even fidelity mode, it's sort of like medium to high on that. Even and in some cases, even sometimes low. Um, but the thing about it is, though, is the fact that huh, that's crazy. But see, the thing is this is, I was told that this was supposed to have a new game plus, but I'm not seeing a new game plus. I'm seeing like a challenge mode where you can keep all the weapons and stuff and just replay everything, but maybe hit continue, see what this does, maybe? Um, no, it just goes right back here.
Wanna be awesome? Try upgrading
I
with the
mean,
love of Doom.
yeah, so let me check. What if I hit new game? Will it let me? Yeah, no, see, you basically have to start over. But the thing is, though, is as you can see, I did beat it on normal. I don't care for doing it on hard. I'm okay with doing it on casual because it's like, well, I didn't really play this game particularly because of the it was more for like the story, the gameplay. You know, I wasn't trying to, you know, because a lot of people, you know, they don't realize, you know, it's like, hey, some of these games are already hard enough on normal difficulty, and then some games have completely different difficulties because normal on one might be hard on another one, and then you have to put that one basically on the easier mode because then it would be normal, right? So like if you take like this game, and then you take well, actually, I think honestly, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart might be easier on normal difficulty than what this one is. To be completely honest. Um, Now the thing is I probably will still keep the Ratchet and Clank for PS4 mainly because you know some of the stuff that does happen in it is just kind of mentioned, sort of, in Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. They're not connected like at all. I mean, because when you start off with Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, I mean, as far as I can tell, they're not really connected because it doesn't start where this one ends. Um, so I mean, if you did want to just go out and buy Rift Apart, you could. You don't have to have Ratchet and Clank, but if you do want to see a little bit of backstory, more or less, if you want to see the backstory, you know, then go get that one. That's the only reason why I plan on keeping it is because, well, you get to see the backstory. Because here's the thing: this one, that we're doing now, is a basically a remake of the very first original one. It even says um, Ratchet and Clank PS4 system is a reimagination of the original Ratchet and Clank PS2 system. Join Ratchet and Clank, Captain Quark, and new friends as they battle to save the Solana galaxy from the evil Chairman Drek. So basically, it's just like it's like an overhaul of the original. But the thing is, though, I'm not totally sure the original one had like movie thing because the movie didn't come out until after this one did. So yeah, and I don't remember playing the original ones. Um, so it's kind of one of those things, right? So it's like, well, it's kind of one of those things that's it's kind of confusing to be honest because it's like if the movie didn't come out until after this one, then why would they put the movie as cutscenes on here? Because I mean, technically, if you think about it, you take the original game and then add those movie parts, it doesn't make a ton of sense, to be honest. Um, so this one, I think, eh, it's a good game. It is, but I definitely like Rift Apart way better. Um, Not because it looks better, but you know, quite a few different things, like the fact that you don't have to play this one to get that one. They're not really this one. You know, that one doesn't start where this one ended. Um, and Honestly, I don't think they're connected. Period. Mainly because, well, obviously the guy died on this one, and yet he's back on Rift Apart. I mean, does that make any sense? It's like, oh, hey, I watched you die, but now you're back on this one? I'm confused here. You know, I mean, I get, you know, like some shows and stuff do that, but they also show you, like, hey, look, you know, this is how that guy got brought back. You know, like, hey, this is how they got brought back, but that's what it doesn't exactly, it's not connected that in that type of way. So, you know, it's sort of like this one just kind of being the first one, and then that one being kind of like the second one, but sort of like a prequel, if that makes sense. I feel like it's more of like a prequel than it would be a sequel. Um, because it seems kind of odd that, like, oh, hey, look, this guy's back. Like, how? You know? So it seems like it would have to be more of a prequel, but I don't know. I don't know. It's almost, the feeling I get from it is sort of similar to like an Assassin's Creed game, if that makes sense. I mean, because if you play this one and then you see like all the enemy types, this, that, and the other, then you play the next one, it's like, Rift Apart, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, you get to see some of the same enemies that was in there before, but like, there's a bunch of them in there that's like, dude, what? Like, I ain't never seen these guys in there before, like, this is new. You know what I mean? So, my thing about it, though, is I don't think they're really connected. I think if you just wanted to go pick up Rift Apart, I think you'd be fine with that, because I honestly don't think they're connected, and the only thing you really get from playing the first one before this one, well, this one before that one, before Rift Apart, is just a little bit of backstory, showing you like, hey, look, this happened here, and this could be what they might be mentioning in that one, you know? So it's like they might mention, like, I don't know. They could, I mean, I'm just taking a wild guess here, but they could mention him, being locked up, Captain Quark. Actually, I think they did at the beginning. I think they said something about him being like bad and being locked up for a minute, but then that's pretty much all you get from playing the first one before this one is just just some references, basically. I mean, that's pretty much about it. Like when you play Rift Apart, that's pretty much all you're gonna get from uh, this one and Rift Apart because it's just basically references. That's pretty much the only thing that connects it, as far as I can tell from what I've played with Rift Apart. But I haven't played a whole lot of Rift Apart yet. But I'm going to go ahead and plug that one in, start that one up. So if you guys are wanting to check that out, hey, follow me over to that video, and then you'll get to see that one. Because it should be part 3, I believe, on Rift Apart. Now, I am going to apologize again for this one not being able to see the movie cutscenes. I have no idea why they blocked those, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I say that because I don't think it's actually the entire movie. I think it's just like bits and pieces, and then you're playing what they would actually show in the movie. So it doesn't make sense why they would block it out, because it's like, okay, so you're telling me if this is based off of, because it says the game based on the movie based on the game. Okay, so if that is the case, wouldn't you think that they would block out like the whole game from being streamed? Because I mean, if you're going to show parts of the movie as cutscenes, that means the gameplay itself that you're actually playing, wouldn't that be like the rest of the movie? So you're going to let everybody see that, but not the cutscenes. Gotcha. That somehow makes sense, I guess. The only thing I could say is if you do want to see those scenes, though, and you have not seen them, go out, pick this game up at your local Walmart, because you can buy it brand new for like $9.99 at Wally World. As far as I don't know if it's a sale price or if that's just normal price, but I know where I live at, it is $9.99 at Walmart. And if not, you could always get a used copy from a game store. It should be like $8.99. It is hard to recommend GameStop because of all the stuff they have done to me so far. I mean, not GameStop particularly themselves, but their workers. So, it's like, yeah, kind of one of those things, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah. So, like the GameStop where I live, that's not a good one to go to at all. Like, until they actually, like, just say screw it, just completely do away with all their workers and just kind of rehire all new ones, and decent ones, you know what I mean? Because the ones they got, I mean, no. I'm telling you right now, the GameStop down here sucks. GameStop corporate, they're great people. So definitely a big thumbs up for GameStop corporate. I mean, they are trying to fix this GameStop because, well, I mean, let's put it this way: it's so bad off at this GameStop that a guy that started working there 3 months ago is already manager. Now, how does that happen if your store is doing good? Obviously, there's some crap going on, and they are seriously trying to, but yeah, no. I'm not saying don't go to this one, or anything like that, or don't go to your GameStop because your GameStop might be better than mine. You know what I mean? But the thing is the one down here pretty much sucks. It does. I mean, like, I'm not even joking. Like, it is horrible at this one. Um, but yeah, no, yeah, it's pretty bad. Like, pretty bad. I wouldn't even. I couldn't recommend this one down here at all. Like, period. I could recommend GameStop corporate, but that'd be it, or another GameStop maybe where there's decent workers at, you know. But yeah, no, this one, no, big fat no. You know what I mean? So yeah, but you could go to your local GameStop and get it for $8.99 used, because the first Ratchet and Clank is not that expensive, to be honest, for PS4. But I did get my copy of it brand new because I ended up getting Rift Apart brand new, and I was like, well, I never actually beat the first one. Never really played a whole lot of it, but now that I have, freaking love it. Absolutely love it. Um, but yeah, and it is kind of a surprise that you can even get this one brand new, to be honest, because you got to remember it's a 2016 game. I'm just saying, 2016. Okay. Now the thing is here's what's confusing about it. Oh wait. Well, actually, you know what? Because I got the PlayStation Hits version. It actually says 2016, 2018. So I'm guessing the PlayStation Hits version came out 2018, and then the actual Ratchet and Clank game itself, without, like, if you don't have the PlayStation Hits version, it was, well, 9 times out of 10, 2016. It probably don't say 2018 on it. But if you would like a recommendation, I would recommend getting the PlayStation Hits version of any of the games, and I'll explain to you why. So if you stop and think about it, the biggest reason why you would want to get the PlayStation Hits version of any of the games, whether it's PS4 or not, it will most likely have the newest update on the disc. So if they came out with any more updates after 2018, like for this game, it most likely won't be on a disc. But all the updates that was before, like the PlayStation Hits version, they might actually be on the disc. So just remember that, you know what I mean? It's like, well, if you stop and think about it, when they come out with a PlayStation Hits version and they've already done a bunch of updates, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to assume that they put the most recent update on that one. So I would suggest looking for the PlayStation Hits versions, if that game has it, because of the fact that it may have the newest update on it, to be honest. At least at that time. If there was any other updates to come out after that, obviously won't be on there, that you would have to actually update it. But I don't know. I mean, I never had like the original non-PlayStation Hits version of this game, so I don't think I did, at least. If I did, it was like one time, and I didn't want to keep it very long. I ended up trading it, I think, if I did have it. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start up the next one. So, hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a big fat thumbs up. Maybe subscribe. If you do, please turn your post notifications on. Make sure to set them to all. Thanks for watching. Have a great and blessed day. And don't forget to check out some other small streamers. Because, a lot of us streamers, man, I'm telling you, it's like, this ain't easy. A lot of people think, like, hey, all I gotta do is sit there and play a game all day. Yeah, it sounds easy, but, I mean, if you do it yourself, it's sort of exhausting. I mean, and a lot of us don't actually get the prompts and the thanks, like, hey, thank you for all your hard work doing all this, all these, creating all this content for us that we can check out. It's like, in case we want to go check out this game and see about it, before we go buy it, you know what I mean? Or if you just want to sit there and just, you've watched everything on Netflix, you've watched everything on Amazon Prime, you've watched everything on Hulu, and you're just like, you know what, I'm going to get on YouTube. And, like, look up your favorite games, because the thing is, like this one, for instance, how many people's actually doing this one right now, you know what I mean? And I beat it on video for you guys and everything, so you can see it from beginning to end, except for the movie cutscenes. For some strange reason, NBC, Universal, and Sony decided to say, oh no, we gotta make sure those scenes are black. So I think they did that so they could get more people, all the people that would stream it. I think, well, the reason why they did that was since they were coming out with a movie, they thought that, oh, well, the movie will sell more if people are streaming a game and people can't see the movie scenes. So I'm going to assume that's probably why they did that. So that way they could get more people to go out and either buy the game or the movie or both. Because the thing is you don't have to buy the movie necessarily. I mean, you can. I mean, I'm sure it would be freaking awesome. I'm sure they would probably show you a little bit more than what maybe the game shows you, or the game might show you a little bit more than what that does, or, maybe the parts that you played in the game itself, maybe they'll show them in movie form. I don't know. I haven't watched the movie. I don't think. I think I think I tried to, because I think it might have been on Netflix. I tried to, and I don't think I ever watched it all. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back on there and check, see if it's still on there or not. Because Netflix, they're very notorious about, hey, let's raise the price and let's take half the movies off. Because that totally makes sense. You guys expect to, and you wonder why you keep losing hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I wonder. Because it's obviously not because of the password sharing, or if it is because of the password sharing, it's because, well, I mean, when you take half the crap off and then raise the price, yeah, people tend to, like, say, I ain't paying for that crap. I mean, you can't take half of it away and then expect people to pay more. Now, if you keep it all on there and add more and more and more and more, yeah, I get why it would cost more. It would make sense if you put, thousands of more shows, thousands of more movies on there and not take all the old stuff away, and then, then you got the fact that, how many times Netflix would screw up and just be like, oh, we're going to add a bunch of movies and shows that not one person has ever heard of before. Because either they're so old that only very, very limited people are going to be like, oh, yeah, I know that. That's my kind of crap right there, baby. So, I mean, when you only put on something like that, it's like, you do know I can watch a movie on YouTube that I'd like to watch that I can't watch on Netflix for free. I mean, even if it does have ads, it's still free. I mean, because I'm going to tell you right now, there's more people out there that would rather watch a movie that had ads in it and uncensored than there is that would pay money, a boatload of money, just to watch Okay, this is why movie theaters are not doing quite too good. I mean, they're not doing bad, but they're not doing that great. Not like they used to. You know what I mean? Like, if you remember back in the day, man, it's like everybody was at the movie theater. I mean, for years now, it's like, yeah, you got the only people going to the movie theaters is basically like die-hard fans of, ooh, I gotta watch this one. I have to see this one, and I have to see it on the big screen. Because, most of us is like, we'll just, we'll just watch it online when it comes out, or just go buy it on freaking Blu-ray or something. It's gonna be cheaper. So, there's just a lot of people, man, that's just like, I ain't going to no freaking movie theater. It's like $15 for a freaking popcorn, bro. And like $6 for a freaking drink. You realize how many people sneak in crap? Because it's too expensive to buy at the freaking movie theater? Here, we know we bought a, $20 giant bag of popcorn. We're gonna sell you, this little thing for like $8. Like here's something you're gonna eat in freaking 30 seconds, and it's costing like $8. It's like buying a candy bar for $8 and be like, that was good. Worst $8 ever. Like, who pays $8 for a candy bar that they're gonna eat in 30 seconds? Done. Really? Like, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy. So, yeah, but a lot of us, we'll just wait till it comes out online or in the store and just buy it for them and bring it home and watch it. I mean, like Ghostbusters Afterlife, man. I got that on Blu-ray, and I didn't ever went to the movie theater and watched it. And trust me, I am a huge fan of Ghostbusters. I have all 3 movies on Blu-ray, if that says anything. So you gotta, and the reason why I mention that is because you gotta realize there's probably not a huge print of the first and second one on Blu-ray, okay? And then the third one, which is the one with the girls in it, that one, that one's not that easy to find on Blu-ray either. And I'm going to imagine before too long, Afterlife's going to end up being the same way. So, Ghostbusters Afterlife's probably going to end up being the same way, where it's going to be like, oh crap, where's it at? Can't find it. Nowhere. So, so yeah, and I am a huge Ghostbusters fan. Like, I mean, if you ever seen any of my Fortnite videos where I've got all the Ghostbusters, I got the entire Ghostbusters set on freaking Fortnite, okay? The entire set of Ghostbusters, okay? Now, I do have to find the Ghostbusters games on PS4 again. I do need to find those because they got one that's called Ghostbusters, and it is based off of like the 2016 Ghostbusters movie with the females, and then the first one, the one it came out after that one is called Ghostbusters: The Video Game Remaster. That one actually came out before and after that one. It's funny how that works out because it's like, well, it originally came out in like 2009, I believe, and then they remastered it on PS4 and Xbox One. But the thing is the PS4 version of it, you might as well just play it 1080p. If you know what I mean. Well, it really depends, okay? So if you're on PS4 Pro, it technically is better to play that game at 1080p 60 FPS because the 4K part of it is 4K 30 FPS, but it's just, I don't know. I mean, even though that's not a game that came out on PS4, it is a game that came out on like PS3 and 360. I think the 4K just kind of pushes it just a little too hard because it does have some performance hits here and there throughout the game, and 1080p 60 really does work better on that game on the PS4 Pro. And then another weird thing about it is when you play it at 4K 30 on that game, it it's very weird because like when you walk past like a wall or something, you'll look up and it's like got this weird effect going on. And then when you put it at 1080p 60, it's gone. It looks normal. You know, it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Now, the thing about this though is when you plug it into a PS5, they did update it for next gen, so it's 4K at 60 FPS. So the best way to play that game is on PS5 or Xbox Series X. Um, the reason why I say that is because, well, you get the 4K plus you get the 60 FPS. So you get the image quality and the 60 FPS, and there's really no performance hits because I've had it on PS5 and the Series X, well, the Xbox One version and the PS4 version on both of the next gen consoles, seemed to play fine. It didn't seem to really have any performance hits or anything. Now, if you do have a PS4 Pro and you do have that game, you can put it at 4K, and one of the parts that I'm pretty sure that had a performance hit was sort of like right at the beginning when you have to shoot your proton beam at Slimer, I think is his name, if I can remember correctly, because it's been a minute. You shoot it at him, and you hit like the big giant, basically ghost trap, behind him, and when it explodes, it takes a performance hit on like PS4 Pro. I'm going to assume it does the same thing on Xbox One X, but maybe not because of the fact that it did have more like graphics and more teraflops and all that stuff on there. It may or may not do it on that one. I want to assume it still did because because it was still pushing 4K, and it's not necessarily the graphics card, okay? It could be the processor, and it's not like the processor on the Xbox One X was gigantically better than the one on the PS4 Pro, because the one on the PS4 Pro was like 2.1, while the one on the Xbox One X is like 2.3. So it's not, a gigantic difference, but maybe it was just enough to fix that issue, because it's not just the graphics card that would cause something like that. It could be processor too, because you got to remember the processor generates like everything that's on the screen, like how much crap is on there. So the more crap that goes on, the better the processor, the better it works. But if you got a lower processor that's not as fast, then yeah, you might have some issues. So I'm not sure. It could be like CPU bound, maybe, because of whenever it explodes, you got like the explosion, you got all the particles and Slimer and everything else that's on the screen. You know what I mean? Because the graphics card kind of gives everything the graphics, and the processor kind of allows for there to be more crap on the screen. So it could be CPU bound, I would imagine. But maybe that slight, CPU performance boost and the slight, well, that's not really a slight graphics boost, but it definitely a bit of a more graphics card boost. Plus the RAM. The RAM is like, well, 10 or 12 gig. I think it's 12 gig in the Xbox One X. 10 or 12 gig, somewhere around there. So, that could help. But yeah, but no. Anyways, though, sorry for keep going, but you know what? We're gonna go ahead and get to the next one now. And this time, I'm serious. So, hey, if you guys did enjoy it, please give it a big fat thumbs up. Maybe subscribe. If you do, please turn your post notifications on. Make sure it's set to all. Thanks for watching. Have a great and blessed night. And for those of you that don't follow me over to the next video, I'll catch you later.